All righty, injuries. Barry Cofield went full today. He's recovered from the illness. Jason Hatcher did not participate. Roy Halou was limited with his toe. Merriweather did not participate. Keenan Robinson did not participate. Kedrick Golson was limited. Deshaun Jackson was limited. Colt McCoy was limited. Morgan Moses, we had to put him on IR. Liz Frank injury to his foot. Will Compton was full. Chris Baker was limited. He hurt his toe a little bit today in individual period.
So, what's the latest as far as quarterback?
Well, we're still waiting on full clearance from Colt. Colt had a good day today, and so long as he goes through the proper necessary precautions and make sure he gets cleared, Colt will be the starter. But he still has the process he has to go through.
I know that health obviously plays a big part in the decision, as well as picking the quarterback you think has the best chance to win. Is there also a factor of which quarterback you just need to see more of in the final 3 games of the season?
Yeah, we've had looks at all 3 quarterbacks, and based on what we've seen out of practice for the whole training camp and off season and the game situations. Right now, we feel like Colt is in the lead. So, if he's healthy and he gets a full clean bill of health, then he'll be our starter Sunday.
Do you think that will come later today, or is it you have to wait till tomorrow with that?
Tomorrow, he's going to go see a doctor, one more doctor, and hopefully he'll be cleared up.
What's the plan if he isn't cleared?
Robert.
You say he's seeing that doctor today, or he's going tomorrow to see the doctor?
Tomorrow.
So you won't have
just
a decision
a precautionary
until
thing, just to make sure that everything is good and there's no risk of any injury. But it looks pretty positive right now.
So basically, late in the day, Friday, before you know who your starter is, or
I'm saying it's right now. So long as he gets what we think is going to happen, it'll be Colt.
His neck mobility looks a lot better than it did earlier.
He looks good today. He looked fine today.
Players will talk about not quitting on the team late in the season, or that being an important thing. Have you been a part of teams where that happens, and what do you do to guard against that?
Against quitting? I don't really think it's an issue in pro football. I really don't. It's such a competitive game. There's so many things that are on the line, not just for this year, for next year, for players' contracts, for future stability as far as a player is concerned. I don't think there's any way a player can walk out on a football field with a helmet on and have a guy line up against you and pack it in. I think the competitive spirit comes out in the players, and you got to compete. And the Giants, in a similar situation, they're not playing for the playoffs. Both of us are in the same boat, and I think both teams are going to go out there and compete against one another. That's what football is all about, and that's the only way you can play it, no matter what the record is.
Jay, have you had any thoughts or maybe considerations of actually playing Robert Griffin III to just see where he's at, just to see what else?
He's right here. I know where he's at. He's right here. He's, we've seen a lot of him, and if he gets another opportunity to play, which could happen as soon as the first quarter of this game. It could happen next week. I don't know, but right now the decision is to go with Colt and see how he does, and the rest of it will take care of itself.
Jay, I know yesterday you spoke about what made it tough to run the ball in the last game, but could you just talk about the importance of helping Colt Sunday in getting the running game going?
Yes, that's going to be very important. And like I said before, the negative plays, eliminate the negative plays. Far too many negative plays on first down, the penalties, all that, and then we got to convert on third down. So if we can maintain a couple drives, we go 3, 4 and out, and puts the defense in a bind, and it doesn't give you a chance to run some plays. I think we only had the ball for 20 plays in the first half against the Rams, which really didn't allow us to get anything going. Then the third quarter, we had the ball for 3 plays, and then we were down 17-0 next time we got the ball. So it was really no chance for us to get the running game going because of our inability to, A, convert on third down, and B, have successive plays on first and second down.
Jay, are you hopeful at all of getting back some of the starters like Keenan and Brandon and Deshaun Jackson from their injuries this week?
Yeah, I'm hopeful. I hope for a lot of things around here, but these injuries, man, it's a tough deal, man. And, I have every bit of trust that these players are doing everything in their power to get themselves ready to go. But if they can't go, I know Keenan's working very hard in the training room to try to get going. And same thing with Deshaun, and same thing with, all these guys, Brandon Merriweather and Roy Halou. They're doing everything they can to get ready, and they want to play. But, if their bodies won't let them, they won't let them.
Jay, your brother said on the radio show this morning that you're in the middle of a big mess here in Washington. How would you describe where you're at right now?
3-10. It's the only mess. I mean, that's a big mess no matter where you are, Washington or all the other teams that are having losing records right now. It's not a good situation. Coaches put a lot of time and effort in this thing, and GMs and all that. And you want to see success, and we haven't witnessed a lot of success here lately. But it's our job to keep coaching and try to get this thing turned around and try to create a stable environment here, an environment that is conducive to working and learning, and trying to get the best out of our players. And results may not show right now, but hopefully in the future, with hard work and preparation, they will.
The last time you played the Giants, they did not have Odell Beckham available. He was out with an injury. What does he add, besides the ability to make a spectacular catch, what does he add to their offense?
Well, he's just a weapon that you have to deal with all the time. He's got a lot of targets after him, and he's excellent, obviously, when the ball's in the air, and can make acrobatic catches. He can run, and he's one of the top rookie receivers, one of the top receivers in the league right now. So he has to be dealt with, and that just opens up things for their tight end and their other receivers who are pretty good too, Ruben Randall, and then you start clouding them and putting people over the top. They hand the ball off and try to pound you. So they have a good combination going right now in New York on offense, where if you play two safeties and protect against the big play, they're able to run the ball to the running back, and they do a good job of that. So it's going to be important for us to be able to stop the run with two safety looks and be able to stop the pass with a one safety look, because Eli does a good job of recognizing defenses and getting them in good place.
Jay, it seems like a lifetime ago you guys put up 500 yards against Philadelphia. And I'm just curious, I mean, obviously you believe in your system, you see what it can do, but do you, when you and Sean are talking about the install and that, do you guys think back to that game and just think how maybe things could have been so different if some things had just stayed in place, that type of thing? I mean, do you think about that game and how the offense just flowed and how great it looked? Do you ever, or do you not have time to kind of reflect on it?
No, we have seen glimpses of what this offense can be. We really have, and that's what's the most frustrating about it. When you put up 500 yards against a good defense on the road, and you're able to be a top 5 or top 6 offense over first 9 or 10 weeks, you know that you have the capabilities of making big plays. But really, what shot us in the foot was self-inflicted interceptions or what have you, drive stopping penalties, and just frustrating. And we just got to keep coaching up and believe in what we do, and try to get our players to execute at the high level. And when plays are there to be made, we got to make them. And we got to do a good job as coaches to try to get our players in those positions and just keep working.
Jay, the Morgan Moses injury, did that come as a surprise that it was that serious? Did you guys, I know he was dealing with it.
Yeah, it was just a fluke thing. He was just pass setting in one-on-ones, and said he thought he felt a shoe come off his foot, and he tore it.
This is
yesterday.
Just in practice yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay. And then obviously disappointment level. I mean, it's rookie season. He's filled in at times to have that cut short.
Yeah, very disappointed. We were gonna wanted to see a lot of him here the last 3 weeks, but he's still got a bright future. Obviously, I think he was a good learning experience for him this year. He was able to get a good start against San Francisco. He played some minutes here and there. I think the thing moving forward with him was try to get him on one side and let him play. So, he just got to get healthy first.
Did he roster move corresponding to take his spot?
Not yet. Not yet. We will do that here shortly.
Will he have surgery?
Yes.
Okay. And then also with the quarterbacks, how did you divide up the reps today with Robert, Kirk? Was it even like yesterday, or?
It was Colt took the majority of them, and then Robert got the rest, and Kirk, they kind of switched up the rest. But we got a lot of good quality offensive reps today. We did a very similar practice to yesterday, where we did a lot of ones versus ones today. So we were able to, instead of doing cards, we're looking at cards. We're able to go run our offense against their defense. So it was good work for everybody.
And could you see any signs from Colt that there was an issue?
No.